So this
okay,
is
it's the end of October and we got to get into Christmas.
We do.
Apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got here?
Oh gosh. So I probably should kind of just play it through, but the part that I've been focusing on is these last two lines.
Okay.
Because there's some quick stuff. There's
yeah.
chords I'm not comfortable with, and I'm still, I played it through a couple times and the fumble like this.
Okay. Okay.
But let me just start maybe from the beginning.
So is everything up here pretty much making sense?
I think so.
Okay.
Let me just kind of go through it. I'll do it in semi-real time. Maybe without singing it, but
yeah, just kind of slowly.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like one beat per chord, like we've done with some other songs.
Yeah.
Oh, love that chord.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so which one is that? There you go. Yeah, only 4 strings on that.
Yeah, transitioning to that.
You know what? See if this finger
can flatten a little more.
Could touch this string a little bit to kill it, the 5th string. So yeah, if you're just lightly touching the 5th string, because what you don't want to hear is that open 5th string. If you hear this, and that note is in there, but if it's dead, so using a fingertip to mute a nearby string that is otherwise open. See, it's not, and so you're barely touching the 5th string.
Right.
And then it doesn't matter if you then God buys you some slack down here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That was cool. You adjusted it though right afterwards. As soon as you heard it.
That's what you just said.
That's the open note we don't want to hear.
That's what you just said. Okay. Anyway,
okay.
1 beat per.
All right, 1 beat.
Oh, maybe I won't sing. Feeling a little festive.
Okay, good.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack frost nipping at your Yuletide carol being sung by a choir.
1 beat.
No. Choir and folks dressed up like
1 beat here too. That's the same thing. So we got the same little thing at the 2nd fret. 1 beat from F sharp minor to B7, and then a measure later 1 beat from F minor to B flat 7.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So take it from Yuletide, the A minor. So this sequence, a minor 7 chord out of the E family to a 7 chord out of the A family at the same fret, happens all the time. And we saw it in 3 or 4 different places here. Like our last section, the section we're in here was G minor 7 to C7, back and forth 3 times, right?
Yep.
Well, if we're playing a C7, anytime we're playing a 7th chord, it's acting as what step of the scale? Where does the 7th chord occur naturally?
It's on the dominant.
Right, which is step
5.
5, okay? And so when we're hearing this C7, what's 1? What would be 1? What's 1 that makes C7 5?
F.
Okay. So, and what does that make? So if F is 1 and C7 is 5, 4 would be here, right? This is the relationship of 1 to 4, E family to A family.
Yeah.
So if I was playing a song in the key of F and I just was using 1, 4, and 5, I could play them all as majors, F, B flat, C. I could play the C though as a 7 to give it a little more punch so that it brings me back to 1, okay? But what does that make G minor?
2.
So this is what we're hearing here is 2 to 5 to 1.
Okay.
And you can hear that whole sound resolves really well. Just because of the way I started strumming that, it's like cowhand pops in my head. Because, yippee-i-o-ki-yay, I'm an old cowhand. To 5 So that's a 2 to 5 to 1 sound. Okay, and so when we hear it, like at one point in the song, we hear this. We hear F sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 7 to B7.
B7, and then
That would happen in the key of E.
Right.
So that's what we'd expect there. At one, and now in this case, it's got the same shape. You can see if this is 2, 1 is here. Is that string open, right? Then it also happens at the first fret.
yes, same exact thing.
Same exact thing, but now 1 has to be E flat. We're like out of range, right? So this is where we had the F minor 7 to B flat.
Yeah.
It has to go to E flat, and 1 can always be a major 7, or so that's where this comes from. This E flat. This is our E flat major 7.
Yeah.
And we have another option though for playing that chord. We don't have to do it. What family is this?
That's
This is tricky.
I think what you have there. That's D family.
Yeah, way to go! Oh man, you're on fire. Okay, yes, okay.
What gave it away was you were on the D string.
That's important. Is that the root of this chord is on the 4th string? That
Right.
means it's the D family that you don't use that often.
Right. Yeah.
And but for E flat, it can be useful, to be it here. But we can also play the E flat major 7 out of one of the other families.
Up the neck a little bit.
Which one would get us there first? Which of the other 2 families would get us to E
A
flat?
family.
A. Where would it be?
So that would be here.
Yeah. Okay. And then what's the shape? What's the major 7 shape? Yeah. Okay. Now, it might turn out that it's easier for you to do. Might be easier for you to get from the B flat 7 here, where you're already in 75% of the
Yeah,
shape.
I think we talked about that last year.
And
too.
all you got to do is come up to the 6th fret.
Yeah.
And bring this
And
in to
come
make it
back
major
down.
7.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Because this is seeming still a little clumsy.
Yeah.
Like it's not comfortable yet.
Yeah.
And this is a much. First of all, we also get 5 strings in this chord that we only get 4 here, so we get a little richer sound. So you could absolutely change all those E flat major 7s up to the 6th fret.
Okay.
And not mess with the D family.
Okay.
For it. Okay.
From the F major 7, I just got to dial that in a little
okay, good.
better.
That was the other one I was going to go to. Now, so we've played F major 7.
Yeah, I think. Is this kind of our little F?
Yeah, it's the little
motif?
F. But so go back to the barred one, the F major 7, or even more theoretical. What note do we need to add to F to make it F major 7?
E.
E. So when you play it this way, where is the E? So that's just major. When you play that major 7 shape, it's got to be the note that was different right now. So where's the E here? Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously, there are other places you could play E. And there's the real easy one is the 1st string open. So if you play the little F chord, if you just play the 4th string F, where you need like a 2-string bar, right? And then what else would be in there? And yeah, okay. But now we need an E in it. So, yeah. Yeah. Now, this chord also
These are
opens
neat
the
tricks.
This chord also...
It's not rocket science, Fred.
Close, though.
It is, yeah.
Now, so this gets us... This is the smaller version of F major 7.
Yeah.
And this is actually a chord that could be carried over. This F is from the E family. And if I needed to play like a G major 7 or something, I could go into this slightly clumsy shape or awkward shape, or I could reduce it to, here would be my little G, but I need this note to be back here. So I could do something like this. Now this is not easy, but this is like this is the movable version of what you just played here. So you played 4 notes at 4 different frets, right? And so it's pretty easy as an F because of the open note. But if it had to be a G,
you gotta start bringing.
You got to use 4 fingers at 4 different frets. Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, one more. It's only the wrong string. Your 2nd finger is good.
Yeah.
3rd string, wrong string. 3rd string, right, and then that. Yep.
Ooh.
Okay?
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah. Not bad though.
Actually.
Okay?
Never be able to hit that on the fly though.
Well, yeah, and usually if you need that chord, like the place where that happens is in Color My World. It opens up with an F major 7 chord, goes through some other chords, but then goes through some major 7s. But they're all played one note at a time. Mm-hmm. So you can build that chord.
Do it, yeah.
Then it drops down a whole step. Then part of the chord.
Yeah.
So there's three different major 7 chords in there, all of which work out to be that 4-finger. The thing looks like a stepladder kind of. You know.
This is very Brian Wilson-esque.
Yeah. Now that was of course Chicago, but
well, yeah, I know.
But still, it's
but
yeah.
Those are
you hear that type of harmony in a lot of his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so what I'm getting at here is that. And this is a much nicer sound than this.
Yeah.
This is muddy because the major 7th is really low.
Yeah.
And when the major 7th is higher,
and it ties with
it's
everything
much
else.
prettier.
Yeah. And
yeah.
So
So generally, this major 7 shape out of the E family, is best like further up the neck. And not very good down here, and certainly not good as an E major 7. Well, when I say not good, it just doesn't have the richness. Like when we played the major 7 out of the E flat major 7 out of the D family,
because you pick up that high,
you get the high notes in there, right? And here would be E major 7 out of the same family, and I could, because it's E, I could use this along with it, and I could even make a little bar here and hit all 6 strings, because in an E chord I have these 2 notes as well. So here's a great way to play E major 7, where I've got 2 notes here, 3 notes here, and the low E in the bass.
Wow.
But for E flat, I can't do that. Because anyway, it's the open note that really made this a really nice sound.
Yeah,
right.
I like that.
But anyhow, last thing about the F major 7.
Yeah.
We also have the opportunity, though, to add in extra notes in this chord. We could get the low F in the bass with a thumb wrap. And now I have a much fuller sound than I just had here. And I could even, this all gets into like finger stretching, I could basically have this whole F chord where I've got all 3 of these notes on. I get the open E by getting rid of the bar and just playing the 2nd string, and then get the F in the bass with my thumb. Now I've got like the richest F major 7 possible, because I've got the low F in the bass, I've got the major 7th up on the top. Okay, try that. I know this. So this is like those 2, and then move your 3rd finger though to the 5th string.
Oh yeah.
And your 4th finger to the 4th string.
4th finger to the 4th string.
Yeah. And then try to get the wrap for the F. Well, pretty good. You know what? You're killing the 1st string though. Like I'm not hearing the open E.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's better. Yeah. Yeah.
That's some work.
Yeah. But that's what make this part sound the best. Then we go to the minor 7 here. And we use the E flat up here. Now I just did something different there than what else we did in here.